Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalrin, and in today's video I want to showcase you guys a slice and dice build. I know there's a lot of Outlaw Rogues that are getting pretty fed up with the way Outlaw has been, or might be kind of unhappy with the way that Outlaw Rogue has been going downhill ever since the conception of transition from combat to an outlaw, and then currently from Outlaw 7.0 to 7.2. Outlaw Rogue has changed a lot in terms of its build and the damage and the way that it functions in terms of roll the bones mechanic, which is hated by a lot of the community. I don't know anybody that actually likes the roll the bones community or roll the bones ability, but a lot of people want to play a rogue spec that's not really held back by the energy regen, not really held back by the roll the bones mechanic. So is there a viable way to play Outlaw Rogue? And apparently there is. It's a build that I tried in BGs just a couple times, literally just a few times, but it's Swordmaster, Vigor, Alacrity, and I think that's it. And there's nothing extra to really add to it. Oh, and Slice and Dice, of course. Completely forgot about that one. Swordmaster, Vigor, Alacrity, Slice and Dice is a build that gives you the most amount of haste and the most amount of saber slashes. It generates a lot of combo points on its own, and it's direct damage instead of like superfluous combo point generation. Like for example, if you were to take Ghost Strike and just keep hitting the 30 energy just to generate combo points, I feel like that would be a bit superfluous. But Swordmaster actually gives you legitimate saber slashes. What makes this build work is a requirement for loaded dice. While I'm doing some QBG, loaded dice is needed as a trait in order to make this work. Activating Adrenaline Rush causes the next slice and dice to be 30% more effective. Now, what does this look like exactly for a BG experience? And hopefully I'll be able to do this early on before the BG pops. So normally my slice and dice is 100% attack speed and 15% energy increase. But when you build up a little bit of a combo points and then you use Adrenaline Rush, you get a proc for slice and dice being 30% more effective. You get attack speed 100% 30, energy regeneration 19%. So in a way with this build, you basically are spamming Saber Slash back to back to back as much as possible. And when you have the Swordmaster perk, you have a pretty high chance for your Saber Slash to be hitting double. So this is kind of how your damage will look like, except run through will definitely be a lot higher because you will also be utilizing your Curse of Dread Blades as in your artifact weapon in order to deal a lot of damage. So your Saber Slashes is going to be a huge part of your damage rotation. And as you increase your haste to the 20% mark, you'll be having a lot more energy, and overall, it's an interesting way of just spamming your abilities. A lot of people want a rogue spec with spam abilities where you just hit abilities without energy consumption restrictions and just generate a lot of combo points to feel a lot more empowered. So this build kind of accomplishes that. Now I'm gonna wait and get into a BG, but until then I want to showcase you guys exactly how this build functions within PvP. So I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, here we go. We finally got a BG after waiting for a decent amount, and it's Cope Mogu, which isn't the best option because a lot of people complain when it comes to BG like a Mogu where they're not seeing realistic numbers. They see that, oh, he has an orb, oh, he's gonna take a lot more damage. And I think that basically works with every flag BG. Eventually the flag carrier starts taking a lot more damage, but we'll try to hit people that don't have any orbs. I will try, but again, no guarantee. Now, I'm terrible at commentaries in terms of detail, so I'll try to shut the fuck up for the most part, but I do want to showcase you guys the best I can of the damage that comes out from Outlaw. I'm going to build up for combo points and use Adrenaline Rush, all the artifact weapon damage and everything. So what I do is I build up for a couple of combo points, and then use Slice and Dice in order to get the empowered version of Slice and Dice. Right now I'm in a bad situation, I should probably peel back. Yeah, I'm vanishing that. So right now I have the empowered Slice and Dice because I was able to use Adrenaline Rush with it. I know my stun coming up in a little bit. So probably gonna stun the mage, or not. Actually, I can stun him from here. Here we go. Ice block. We're gonna let that guy thaw out for a little bit. Get on a healer, or on a Shadow Priest. Quickly slice up through that mage real quick. Can't really stop the Shadow Priest or anything. Gonna get our buff back. Okay, yeah, this is really bad. We're in a bad spot right now. Now we're kind of in the open, aren't we? Yeah, we're stuck in the open. If I had a little bit more capabilities for cooldown reduction, maybe even healers on the team, then I might be able to use Grappling Hook more than often to get myself out of a better situation. Or at least to stun lock minions back to back to back. I guess I should have saved my Cloak of Shadows for a lot earlier or a lot later. Now I have a problem where I just don't have any cooldowns for a very long while, so there's not a lot I can really do about this. I guess I can just build up combo points and then hope for the best unless I get found by demon hunters in the opener, which sucks every time. Okay, I got some mobility cooldowns. I really want to make sure I don't burn through them. I'm gonna go for a stun on the Shadow Priest, just finish him off right here. Probably gonna get on the healer. We can actually AoE here a little bit. With Outlaw Rogue Slice and Dice build, you can actually do a little bit of capabilities for AoE. Cheeky AoE is just Blade Flurry stuff, and I'm dead. Maybe I'll escape out of this. Oh, yeah, that guy was not gonna let me out. This class does have a bit trouble soloing, or this build in particular. I can showcase you guys exactly just how much damage I can do against a healer, in order to give you guys at least an example of like what's gonna be feeling like. So normally we do cheap shot, build a couple of combo points, adrenaline rush, and then slice and dice. And then there you go, you have everything needed in order to deal the most amount of damage, and you're dead. Cause Alliance. Cause Alliance. Go ahead, jump up here, do it. Why would you jump down? Oh no, this is bad. At least I have my slice and dice empowered for a little bit. Both my demon hunter friend, sounds the healer, maybe? Vanish, vanish, vanish. But you can take a look at the damage numbers, and they are pretty low. They are. I guess I haven't really gotten to do the most amount of deeps. Let me try to just find somebody and just blow them up completely. Because the whole BG I've been trying to kind of explain exactly what I'm trying to do here. Let me just try to showcase you exactly what this is supposed to look like. Don't have cloak up or anything, so I'm probably gonna die here. Folks have been really squishy this patch. Feels like every other class, every other melee is just doing a lot more damage than we are and can survive better than we are. Maybe I can catch a re. Caught a full re. Or not. Okay, I know I stealthed just now. I know I stealthed. Just now, I know 100% I just stealthed. If we can get cloak back up in a bit, then I think I'll be okay. Maybe. Please cast into me. Please do it. Yes. I tripped him, dude. I tripped him out of there. Tricked him outside. It was a trick, my friend. Let's pick up the Berserk buff for more damage. How we doing? Yeah, we're not doing that much more. But I'll explain to you guys exactly what this means. I'll talk to you a bit about the damage after the end of the BG. Let me first finish it up. Let me try to see if I can just find someone solo and see if I can just ambush them. One of the fun things about this build, you can actually pistol shot a lot more because you have constant energy regen supply. Oh, this guy is not happy to see me. Yep. It says 50%, but trust me, it is much lower than that. It is not 50% slow. It is like 70 or something. There's no way this feels like a 50% slow. Solo damage right there. Totally a lot of solo damage right there, boys. If I could get up there. Bam, here we go. Only 200 some for my run-throughs. I'm not triggering that. That'll be a bad idea in a running. Go ahead, buff the Feral for the damage increase. Lots of Saber Slashes back to back. Just a ton of them. Pistol shots to finish it off, maybe. Just a Gunslinger. Just your regular Joe. But the damage got brought up a little bit, and I think this is it. Nice. Well, you can see the damage split right here. We have the Fury Warrior above us. It's actually important to take a look at who is above us. Crest of Heroism. Likes the color of War-Torn. Oh, cool. I'm about to get that. Nice. We have the Fury Warrior way above in 100 mil. We have the Shadow Priest in almost 100 mil. Marksman Hunter, Affliction Warlock. Then there's us in like the 50k range. The interesting part, this Slice and Dice build damage is basically no different than your regular run-of-the-mill damage. Let me explain. So take a look at the numbers and where I'm at. If you were to play Outlaw Rogue in a basic build that you normally would play, and this is the build that I've been playing, and you can see all that in my guide. The regular build is about Ghostly Strike, I mean maybe the Quick Draw depending on your preference, Deeper Stratagem, Mark for Death, with Roll the Bones. And the only viable damage you have is whenever you have good buffs, like 3 different buffs, and you're able to Saber Slash back to back. But most of your damage comes from you being able to burst people. Once you have your Adrenaline Rush available, once you have your Artifact Weapon available, once you have Plunder Armor available, and once you have, let's say, True Bearing, where you can stun enemies back to back to back. You get the same amount of damage whether you're playing the Slice and Dice build or the Roll the Bones build. What does this tell you? This tells you that technically the Slice and Dice build, at least for Battlegrounds, I'm not going to say this is good for arenas or anything rated, but for random Battlegrounds, technically, you could place Outlaw with Swordmaster, Vigor, Alacrity, and Slice and Dice as a build. This is something you guys can try for yourselves. I've actually had a few decent BGs today, actually tonight on the stream, trying this build out. So, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next video.